Ayo, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Green Dummy, and this is my second video on YouTube. I'll be showing you my sketchbook that I have completed in the past year, I guess. And it is this sketchbook that almost made me quit everything, my life included. This past year I was graduating high school, and it was a really tough year all around, especially on my art. I was really harsh on myself, and I thought I was just no good. But anyway, I am showing you my sketchbook because, well, I finished it and I thought I would start posting on YouTube. So this sketchbook I actually made myself. It looks so beat up. Well, it is fitting. I basically just cut up papers and sewed them together, or bound them, I guess. This is just the fabric I took from some pants and a gold pen that scratched away. Anyway, here is the welcome page. I do these welcome pages instead of drawing something. I just stick some stuff to the front page. This is a cutout from a magazine, and this is a playing card that is hiding personal info. This sketchbook I started 10th of January 2024, and I finished it August 3rd, 2025. Yeah, it took me quite a while. Yeah, this is just Breaking Bad. My friend gave it to me and I stuck it here. Another introductory page. This page is very questionable. I hate doing first pages like everybody else, and this is kind of weird. I hate this drawing. I always do meet the artist every time I start a sketchbook. Not always in the front, but I usually do it somewhere in the sketchbook. This one is the worst, I think. She just looks weird. But anyway, just some weird anatomy. At that time, I was having some finals exams, not senior year exams, but the year before that. I'm not sure what it's called. This is a sketch for my profile picture. If you look at it, this is a sketch. Everything else is random OCs. I drew. This is embarrassing. When I was having exams, I would take the paper that they like the one that has the name and the number and stuff like that, and I would draw on it when I'm bored with the questions. So all of those that are stuck to the page are like from an exam. I watched the Underworld extended, not like the original one. I watched the extended version by accident on TV, and I drew Lucian because, well, the reason is obvious. This is my OC, Kate, and Porco. It's basically like a superhero story that I'm working on. Emma, because she's beautiful. These are also a bunch of OCs from that universe that Kate is in. They are like a team of superheroes that she joins later in the story. This is my Sona again, and this is Domino. I'm aware his name is really stupid, but I named him when I was 11, and I can't let him go. I can't let go my demon boy. Yeah. These are sketches, concepts for an illustration with Kate that I never did. This is my Sona and Domino in like a police officer, secret agent sort of AU. Because I like using my Sona, which is, she's basically like a whole different character, but well, I like making AUs that I design them for. I can't speak. God, I like using them to design. God, I'm gonna cut that. But basically, I put them in different AUs and draw them for fun when I don't know what to draw. These are a bunch of sketches. This is Sergey. He is, well, that guy who is like the leader of the team. And I was having such a hard time designing him in this sketchbook. I hated my art, and half of the reasons were Sergey. Yeah, it was him. I couldn't draw him for shit. I just couldn't. Like, he doesn't look like the same guy at all. Like, look at that. But, well, we got over that. We have a certain design for him. Well, for now at least. Okay. I can't draw him. I couldn't draw him. These are my friends. My beautiful friends that I love. This is me. I like sketched us all in a sort of the same composition. My Sona again in that AU. It's basically like, if you know Narcos, the one that Pedro plays in, yeah, it's something like that, like close to that. Kate, I was planning an illustration of Joan of Arc, but I never ended up finishing it because I didn't have the time for something like that. This is a sketch that I never finished. I don't know why. I really liked the concept when I sketched it. It's inspired by the last coffee bean. I think that's her name. That's her user, I guess. It's basically stolen. Like, she does stuff like that all the time. This is my friend as Batman. Well, not Batman, as Batwoman, because she's a girl stuff. But yeah, because that's her nickname, sort of. This is Yusei, the superhero guy. That's also on the team. He doesn't have legs, if you haven't noticed. That was terrible to say, but anyway, this is a watch I stole from my father. It's the one I'm wearing right now. Where is it? Sorry. Yeah, it's this one. I sketched it because I stole it at that time from my father. I didn't steal it. I took it. I just say that because I'm weird. I'm gonna blur this whole page because stuff. Yeah, but except for Johnny Cage here. Yeah, he's cute. Oh, stuff are falling. Stuff are falling. Yeah, except for Johnny Cage. He looks sort of nice. This is another OC I have that has absolutely no story, no lore, nothing except his name and that he plays basketball. His name is Raylord. Yeah, he's a sweet guy. I like him. This is Kate, struggling visibly. Here I was having a mental breakdown. Give me a second. I'm kind of maneuvering over the stand I have the phone balanced on. Yeah, so I was struggling with the like face proportions of Kate and Ajax. Ajax is like her love interest, sort of. So I was struggling with the face proportions, and I tried to figure it out. I didn't. She doesn't look like that, and he sort of looks like that, but not really. And I kind of got it here and never got it again. Yeah, it's just a one-time thing. Here's a face-off between my current Sona. Yeah, I'll get it closer to you. My current Sona and my old Sona from when I was 11 years old. As you can see, I was an angsty kid. Yeah, I had that emo bang. Not really, not in real life. I didn't have it. My mother would not, in any lifetime, ever allow me to have something like that. But yeah, I drew myself like that. I think everyone did that at some point. This drawing I hate. Don't look at it. Don't look at it because I hate it. I had an idea in my head, but it just didn't happen. This is a redraw of a drawing I had in an older sketchbook because I felt like I hadn't improved at all, and I redrew it to, yeah, just to feel better. I'm gonna blur that too. Yeah, I don't like it. So this is a sketch of a concept I never finished. Like, it was sort of what I thought I would look like when I'm older. I didn't finish it because I have no idea at all. This is cute. This is cute because I wear these slippers at home at all times. They are my father's old, really, really old slippers that are a million sizes too big for me, but I just wear them around because I feel like a diva when I'm in those torn up slippers. Yeah. This is Liz. She is Kate's best friend. She's cool. She's a diva. I like her a lot. This is Yusei. I had a problem with him too, but not the type of problem that I had with Sergei. I had a different kind of problem. Every time I draw him, I had fun. But when I was finished, I hated that drawing. I thought it didn't look like him at all. So I kept drawing him on and on and on, like from the same angle, not even trying. I just drew him a lot because I couldn't get him quite right, but I really enjoyed his face shape because he looks a little bit different than all the anime twinks I drew beforehand, before the sketchbook I mean. This is Kate in a million different positions. I kind of still like this one. Focus. She looks kind of cool. Obviously the anatomy is awful, but I think she looks cool. Yeah, her facing off is with Porco. He is not well, technically he's a villain, but not really, like those Robin Hood sort of villains. Her in perspective, that doesn't work. She doesn't look in perspective, yeah. But I tried, and we respect that. Her and Ajax. God, I love them so much. I am such a geek over them. The colors are awful in the video. I will try to fix that, but I don't know if I can. But anyway, I love them so much. They are so cute. Supposed to be Eminem. Don't question that. That's not him. I know. Don't tell me. This is a sketch of a piece I did digitally. I'm gonna put it up on screen. This, however, is embarrassing, like truly embarrassing. This is a Maze Runner OC I made a few sketchbooks ago too, and I made him so hot that I draw him every once in a while just when I want to draw someone hot. Yeah, that's it. That's his purpose. Obviously, his sort of story and lore is cringe, so I don't think about that. I just think about how pretty he is. That's it. I don't play Valorant. I don't play anything at all. The last time I gamed, I was playing Subway Surfers. Genuinely. So yeah, I just like the art style, and I just wanted to draw Sova. That's it. That's all I wanted. I'm gonna hide a lot of stuff in this sketchbook, and don't get curious. It's nothing awful and nothing freaky. It's just people I no longer know. So yeah. This is another story. It's called Paper Cut. The one with Kate, which has all of these characters, is called Thunderstruck. And this is Paper Cut. I have such silly names, but bear with me, please. This is Prim, and this is Harris, and I don't have a name for her, but I'm gonna figure it out. It's basically an office sort of rom-com, and where she is an artist that got so broke that she had to pick up a job in an office, like a 9 to 5, and it's basically her adventures while she's trying to make a portfolio for applying to like an odd job. And she basically meets a very odd set of people, of staff in the office, and it's kind of a 2000s rom-com sort of story. I think it's really cute. I really want to do something with that because it discusses like the idea of a good life and what that might be, and in the point of view of different people, and how important it is to follow your passion despite what other people might tell you, and who you can lose doing that. I got sappy. Anyway, this is my Sona again in that AU. Dr. Octavius, I think that's his name. Was I still having exams? Because this is also an exam paper. Just a wolf. I can't draw wolves, but I guess it's okay. Anyway, this is Shay from Sketches with Shay. She had a really funny moment in one of her videos where she was like explaining something, talking about something, and she's smiling, and then she just drops deadpan and says, "Because I'm insane," and then continues on like nothing happened. And I just thought she was really funny. I really like her. You should check her out if you don't know her. Yeah. I was sad. I wanted to draw myself dancing to 3 Nights at the Motel because I can't dance for shit. But so I drew myself dancing. That's what you do, kids. When you got no moves, you draw yourself with moves. Yeah. Let me fix that. Yeah. So I didn't know what to draw. Those two are old OCs, Demon Boys again. God, I should stop drawing Demon Boys, but I really love Domino. I can't let go of him. I can't. And we just accept his flaws. Yeah. This is me judging my friend for her celebrity crush choices, because I'm gonna put him up on screen. I'm not gonna explain. If you know, you know. I didn't watch that. I judged her because I judge her. That's it. Anyway, this is sort of the villain of my Sona's AU. I think he was a drug dealer. No, I don't remember, but he's something like that. The words are just Hosier lyrics. They have nothing to do. I was just listening to a lot of Hosier. He looks like someone. He looks like that one musician, band person. I'm gonna put him on screen. I don't play Call of Duty either, but I just thought I would imagine what Nikto looks like. I did an awful job. Like, I know he's supposed to be like disfigured from torture and stuff, but this is just bad design at this point. Kate, some guy. I'm gonna get that out of Sketchbook. You say again. As I tell you, it's the same thing, over and over again. Just a bust of him, where he's either looking off into the distance or smirking like an idiot. Again with the exams paper. This is a hand. I draw my hand when I feel insecure about it. Is it not focusing? Yeah. I used to do this thing where I would draw myself, like my Sona, in like funny meme sort of like thing. Like this reads, if I related to a Crane Wife song because of you, it's not a compliment. Stop ruining my life. Yeah, if you know, you know. If you know the Crane Wives, you know. If someone makes you relate to that, you should cut them off. Yeah. Anyway, this is you say from his back. At least I tried something. Yeah. And this is Athena, or also a superhero in the group. She's a diva. By the way, they're in love, but they won't tell each other because they are stupid. And well, because he's a coward. Look at her. Wouldn't you be a coward? You would be a coward. I turned 17. Yeah. I turned 17 right after my exams, I think, or during them, something like that. Yeah. John Price from Call of Duty. I don't really quite like Call of Duty anymore. Like, I don't play it, I'm not a gamer, but I kind of know the lore of a lot of games. I do that all the time, but because, well, obviously it's American propaganda most of the time, like hidden in the game, and it's not that I hate it, but I just think I should consume more critically, especially like American things, because, well, I'm against American propaganda and American military propaganda, and most of America is against America's military propaganda. But anyway, this is a drawing for my birthday. These are concepts for some side characters of the Thunderstruck story. I don't know why they're side characters. They look cooler than the like main characters, but yeah, that always happens. Again, I was at the beach at that time. Yeah, every time I go to the beach, does anyone have this problem where every time they travel or go to a holiday, they can't draw? Even if there's time, like, to draw, I just lose all inspiration. I can't draw. So I drew a bunch of people on the pool. This is a lifeguard. He didn't look at all focused on his job. He just sat there, very bored. This is another lifeguard. He wore those sunglasses that like reflect blue, and he looked like an icon. Yeah, he was standing like that on the slide, looking like an icon. A kid, a grumpy kid. He was just laying like that on, I don't know what they're called. Yeah, this is my sister. She drew that for me. I saw one of these ships with containers on them, and I had the idea of making some OCs that are container ship. I don't know what it's called, but there are workers there, and I never drew them again. That's it. Their lifespan was 1 day. But that guy is really cute. He's handsome. The one at the top. Yeah. This is another drawing for my birthday. Again, Sergey, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? He looks like he has something wrong with his jaw. Yeah. This is Bilal and his also million designs. But I didn't struggle with him as much as I struggled with Sergey. I just couldn't decide on him. He just looked awful with every design I made of him. Miguel, I think I'm butchering that, but anyway. Kate and Bilal making fun of Sergey, and I don't know who she is. She just happened to be there for the sake of the funny scene. Yeah, Sergey and his million designs again. Also a different design for Bilal. Kate and Ajax judging someone. This drawing, I was suffering. To the point that I sketched this. After a few months, I came back and lined it, and after another few months, I came back and colored it. I really abandoned them, truly. Okay, so this paper I really didn't like. It's kind of textured. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's a bit textured, and well, between this and this, there's a huge time skip where I went over and drew in the rest of the sketchbook. Then came back to try and fill this. I didn't. Spoiler. So this is a bit older, where Sergei's design is a little bit more fleshed out. He looks a little bit like this now, kind of. This is my Sona again. This is, well, he's an OC, but I drew him like 2 times. He's basically Gilbert from Anne. Yeah, that's his only personality trait. I don't know anything else. Sergei again. I was mentally distraught over this man. I don't know why I did this to myself, but my friend likes him a lot. They are married in my head, and in her head they are married. So I tried really hard to make him good, but I couldn't. But look at his hand. Look at his hand. I'm really proud of this hand. I drew it with a pen. I think that's cool. Yeah. But also these drawings are older. Like, what's coming next is not older, newer. The drawings that are coming next are older. Why is it falling? Oh my god, okay. This is Sketch Kate doing parkour on buildings. Don't do that, kids. And I made it into a digital piece, and I hated it. I hated it so much. I'm not even kidding, but it grew on me later. This is Miles and Gwen being angsty because I'm angsty, but I really like this piece, honestly. If you hate on Gwen, we can't be friends. We can't even talk. You should go to therapy. Yeah, because people forget like that female characters can make mistakes, that also she's a kid just like Miles, and that she had a tough time before she did what she did, and it's really not that deep. She didn't kill someone. Like, you guys are like drooling over Miguel and here hating on Gwen, and he's done worse stuff. And don't get me wrong, I drool. I like him as well, but like, I like him critically. Like, I like his character and I like his design, but I also don't excuse what he's done while hating on Gwen. I am better than you. Yeah. This I made into digital as well. I made it into a sticker, but I think I like this one more. I like the traditional one more. Empty pages, we don't talk about that. Yeah. I wanted to watch Fast and Furious, but the internet connection was awful. It was god awful. I couldn't watch it, so I drew Suki. It's really smudged. I don't even want to get it closer. I don't want to traumatize you, but it's so smudged. That's why I hate the paper. I don't color a lot, and most of the time I am using pencil, so it's smudged a lot, so I didn't use that paper at all. This is my Sona in a Fast and Furious AU, because I'm cringy like that. John Price, for the millionth time. Harris, that's the name of the guy from the paper cut thing where Prim is from. Sergei, again, I couldn't draw him because, like I said, this was newer and this is older, and I couldn't draw him. This is Marwan Musa. because he dropped some photos that were really cool. I really like them. I don't really listen a lot to him, but I thought the pictures were cool. Just a girl from Pinterest. She was really beautiful. Bilal and his other design that I'm not sure if I like. What else? This is Cap and his Killmonger hair. I change his hair like every few months. I can't settle on his hairstyle. But yeah, that was him then. He's like the manager of the superhero team. He's an icon. I like him too. Sergey again. Some cats. Look at him. Look at him enjoying his fish. Yeah. Some doodles of me. Yeah, I like this one. This one's super gremlin-like. Yeah. Raylord. Harris, but his torso is so short. Where is the rest of him? But anyway, I watched Love 101, the Turkish series. I watched only the first season. I couldn't bring myself to watch the second one because I just fell off and I didn't want to continue. But it's nice. You should try it out. Yeah. Kate, a whole spread of Kate. Yeah, this is her civilian mode. As you can see, B word, let me sleep. Yeah, I could relate to that. The senior year was crushing me. This is a sort of spoiler, but you don't know who dies, so that's okay. That's okay. I really like this one. I think it looks cute. These two are band members of a new band I found when they were just starting to post. They are super cool. I drew them again later, but we'll get to that. I love him. I love Pedro. I love Pedro Pascal. He's my husband. Yes, look at him. I couldn't draw him too well, but I think this page looks alright. I was at a park and I saw this kid. His dad was holding his hand while he had a Cheeto under his leg, under his foot. Sorry. And he was desperate. He was desperate to crush it. He wanted to crush it so bad. He was angry. He was trying to step on it and he couldn't because he couldn't reach it because his father was holding him. And it was so funny. It was so funny. It was so cute. This drawing, why is it not focusing? Yeah, this drawing of Kate I made into digital and I don't really like it either. Yeah, it kind of was too dark and I made stickers of it and it was basically just a black square. Anyway, Sergey, his design was getting itself together a bit. I turned this into digital piece too. This is Yusei, Ajax, and Liz. They all look kind of nice. I still like this. What else? I was at the beach again, here. This time I liked what I drew. This was nice. This is from Pinterest. Some guy from Pinterest. He was super cool. These are random characters. I don't know who they are. But I really wanted to draw some cowboys. I was in the mood for cowboys. This was an obsession that lasted a little while and made me hate my life. But give me a second. I think it's better if I get it a little bit, if I make it a little bit closer. Yeah. Okay, so this was a concept for a video game I wanted to make. Obviously in my dreams. So where it's basically where the government falls, the government collapses, I guess. Sorry, the government collapses, and there is a bunch of like military groups, resistance, foreign military groups that are trying to intervene. You know, when wars and stuff happen in third world countries, that always happens because, yeah, resources, oil, America. So basically, those are a group of high schoolers that get trapped in school during lockdown for a week, until a group of resistance members break into the school. Obviously, you don't know who they are or which side are they on, and they break into the school. Obviously, everybody panics, and you start playing. When they break into the school, you have to get out of the school. Then it's an adventure from, like, through, I'm debating if I should say the country. It's an adventure through Egypt, where you have to go to one of the coastal cities. I'm thinking Alexandria, to get to a safe zone. And you basically meet a lot of these military groups, and you have to decide who to negotiate with, who to not speak to at all, who to avoid, stuff like that, and who to fight. So yeah, that's basically the premise of the game. And these are designs of some of the students. This is one of the resistance members. Again, student. She's basically the main character, sort of, but you have to play, it will be like divided into chapters, and each chapter you have to choose who to play with using some hints you're given, because every character is different. And the best way to pass through this chapter is to use the best character for the scenario that is coming. So yeah, but you basically you start with her. Different million iterations and designs of her. Yeah. Pedro, random, just here because we love him. Those two are the same guy, but just I was like having different concepts for him. Again, I did a lot of sketching for this, so yeah. I don't really listen to him. That's his name. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it, but I think it's too late. Let me get that out of the way. So anyway, I don't really listen to him. I don't really listen to Arabic music in general, and he's not the type of music I listen to anyway, but I really liked his photos. Like, he has this 2000s sort of aesthetic, like the awful sort of bad quality, everything oversaturated one. I thought it was cool, and I also turned this into a digital piece that I quite like, actually. I like his aesthetic. Again, the guy from the video game. Some concepts for the military groups. So this I want the foreign militia to be the more advanced, sort of like traditional in military gear. The resistance is obviously more DIY sort of gear and protective wear. And these are just like for the horror sort of part of every video game. You know, these are sort of like ambushers, or am I pronouncing that right? I don't care, but they're like more like gangs that are trying to survive by like stepping over other people. You should avoid them if you can in the game, if it ever happens. Again, sketches. I hate this part of the sketchbook because it's so complicated to flip through. Again, sketches. Again, sketches. Those two are basically like the most fleshed out characters in the whole group. Concepts for like scenes you have or places you have to go through the game. Props that I took off Pinterest, obviously. I couldn't figure out her hair. I don't really like her. Well, I like her design, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure of it. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. I don't want to discuss that. Anyway, naked Sergey. Because I'm weird like that. Yeah, but I like that I did it with pen. Like, that's good enough for me because I don't really use pen. This is like the second time I used pen straight for sketching. Art block, you can clearly tell. Again, art block and depression, baby. I was struggling. Yeah, you might not like notice it because I always draw my sauna like smiling and stuff, but I was going through it. I was in the gutters. Anyway, this is Harris again. I made this into digital, but I hated it, and I like the sketch more. Again with pen. These are delivery guys. I had something like I bought something online, and these were the delivery guys. And they were like, I can't talk, I can't speak, but they were so funny. He's like the guy handling the money and the calls. He was doing nothing. He was just calling people, staring at his phone. And the other guy, the buff big guy, was carrying the big bags. Like, they looked heavy, really heavy. And he was carrying the bags. And he was so mad at the other guy. Like, you could tell from his expression that this, like, always happens. This is the band I was telling you about. I drew them again. Now they have a fourth member, but that was later after I drew that, with like a while after I drew that. I made this into digital. I'll put it up on screen. And they were so nice. They commented on it and they actually followed me. They were so nice. You should check them out. I'll put their like Instagram handle on the screen too, or maybe in the description if I can do that. Wolverine. This was before I started, or while I was rewatching all the X-Men movies. I got super into X-Men. This was the start of the obsession. And it's still holding up. Yeah, it's still holding up. I think they're a lot cooler than the Avengers. I don't know why Marvel dropped them. They were so cool. Oh my god, and so much content. Anyway, this is my Sona, but a redraw of Hugh Jackman. He has a photo that looks like that. I think it's Hugh Jackman. Yeah. This was another delivery guy. He had this sort of scar. I don't know why I was drawing delivery guys. I just did. Domino. I started wearing braids a lot at that time. I used to never do that. Like, I used to never wear braids. But I started wearing them because my hair got longer. And I was struggling. It was getting in my face, and I really didn't like it. Domino, I made this into a digital piece too. And I liked it a lot at the time, but I'm starting to see what's wrong with his shoulder. Yeah. God Games came out around that time. If you don't know what Epic the Musical is, what are you doing here? Like, come on. Go listen to it, then come back. Or don't come back. I will be satisfied if you just listen to Epic the Musical. Me and my friend, a redraw of that screenshot from first class, I think. It's so funny, I like it. And I think it represents us a lot. Studies, I got the book Morpho, the anatomy book, and I tried to like start studying it. I fell off because studying and exams and stuff that I had, like actual studying, not art. But yeah. Anyway, I was having art block again here, I think. What did I write here? I think it's lyrics to something. Or not. I don't know. Random. That guy from the video game concept. Random. Kate being funny. Yeah, you can pause and read that. Anything I have written, you can pause and read that. I don't care. My spider Sona and Dr. Octavius. I really like his like shape language. He looks cool. I think this was before I watched X-Men 97, because I really wanted to watch it, but I was determined to finish all the movies first, so I was just drawing them in yearning. Anyway, that's Gambit, if you don't know, and Cyclops. Random or unfinished, I don't know. Was it supposed to be Storm, like the movie version? Harris. My Sona. This was a redraw of a picture of, what's his name? James McAvoy, I think. The actor of Charles, if you don't know. Charles Xavier. Prim being cute, because she is. Let's skip this page, because it's work stuff. My X-Men Sona. I hate this design. I really hate it. Doesn't look good. But hair from back, it looks cool. This is also cute, sort of. I'm pretty sure that I would have joined the Brotherhood first. If you couldn't tell from my... never mind. If you couldn't tell from my Sona face-off, I was an edgelord. I was an edgy teen, like, in my early teens. I was really edgy. I think I would have joined the Brotherhood first. Then, after my repentance, I would join the X-Men. Anyway, a lot of Harris, a lot of him. He looks kind of cute. Like, this is a very rare occasion. Mostly he's angry. This is so stiff. He doesn't look half annoyed even. I fixed it in the digital version. I don't know if I'll show it, because I'm working on something for it. Him again. Domino. Kate. Oh, sorry, I knocked you. Prim. I used to really want an OC that I can draw in a million different outfits, and Prim is that girl. Yeah, all of those 2000s, 90s sort of like cute outfits. I have a lot of fun drawing her in them. Arguing like old married couples. Yeah, I don't know. Harris looks like he has Botox. Why can't he make any expressions? Like, her expression is, you know, it's alright. He's supposed to look angrier. Why does he look less angry than her? Maybe I should put that in lore, that he has Botox. No, I'm not gonna do that. Anyway. Magneto, oh my god, they didn't have to make him that fine in the X-Men 97 series. They didn't, trust me, they didn't, but they did it. And you know why? To torment us people with, you know, with what? With with problems. People with problems. I think I sketched that after finishing X-Men 97 because I was eating that up. I couldn't stop watching it. I don't know how fast I watched it, but I watched it pretty fast. Gambit and Rogue, because I love them. There's nothing else to say. They are cute. They're why is it not focusing? They are cute. They're awesome. They make me cry. But anyway, I saw this meme, Cyclops sort of beefing with the Avengers, so I had to draw him like beefing with Captain America. Forge and Storm, like, alright, Rogue and Gambit, always good, always fire. We know that. I didn't know about Forge and Storm. I had absolutely no idea but them in X-Men 97. When you know the scene if you've watched it. They're just, hear me out. I like them a lot. If you don't like them, I don't know why I don't like them. But Forge and Storm, well, anyone with Storm is just so awesome. She holds up any ship she's in. Yeah, that scene. Yeah, read it. Yeah, go watch it again. Go watch an edit. Yeah. Kate, those are separate. Don't look at them like the same scene, but she's arguing with Ajax, because, like, that argument Storm had with Forge, yeah, it inspired me. I need to draw people arguing. Why is it not in frame? Yeah. Ajax with a bicycle that is not sketched fully. I think he'd ride a bicycle. Kate in weird poses that are super stiff. I don't like them. The sticker of the digital piece, look at it. It doesn't even look like anything. Just yellow eyes in the darkness. Ajax being a yearner. Oh my god, look at him. Yeah. I love when he yearns. And I love when he's frustrated with her, because it's either this or that. There's no in between. I made this into a digital piece as well. Not because of Ajax. He looks awful in this, and he looks awful in the digital version. She looks majestic. She looks like, you can see what she looks like. But I liked it a lot. I like the sketch, and I like the digital version. She just looks pretty. Words. God, Kate and Ajax again, but basically, he doesn't know that Kate is, well, her superhero self, which is, I don't want to say her superhero name because it's cringe. It's really cringe, but that's the point. That's the point, because she's a 15-year-old, a 16, well, around 16-year-old, and obviously she's gonna choose a super cringy name. But it's basically, instead of Kate, it's Kyle Thunderstruck. That's why the name of the story is Thunderstruck. But basically, Ajax doesn't know that Kate is Kyle, and he doesn't like Kyle at all. He thinks he's a performative, sort of narcissistic, attention-seeking 12-year-old boy, because Kate does look like a 12-year-old boy sometimes. And basically she saves him from something. I haven't decided what yet, but she's holding him, and he's arguing and yelling at her, and she gives up. She throws him off the building, obviously not on the street, but into one of those things that firefighters hold up when someone's falling from a building, and he falls into that, basically. So she doesn't take shit from anyone. I watched Blade. His name Blade, right? Yeah, I watched Blade. When I watch a series, I have to watch everything. I can't stop. I was obsessed to the point that I tried. I regret trying watching the TV series. Because if you know, If you know, you know. But it's trash TV to the point that it becomes so funny you just can't stop. Obviously, I stopped because I like my sanity, but it's basically Twilight on hard drugs. It's Twilight on steroids, something like that. It's so funny. And I watched it ironically, but if you watch that unironically, you're an icon. I guess you're an icon. But yeah. Kate and Liz being divas. I like this one of Kate. Yeah, it looks cool. Liz, also cute. I hate this one. I hate it so much. Anyway, different kind of paper again. I watched the second season of Arcane. Tried to make him kind of Arcane inspired. Didn't work at all. Domino, he looks awful here. What's wrong with him? He looks chopped. Anyway, my Sona, Domino again. Steb, I don't know what that fucker's name is, but yeah. He looks majestic in Arcane. Again, I was struggling with my art. I thought everything I did looked awful. Raylord, I don't know, every time I draw him, he gains a few pounds, but I think that's cool. I think that's cute. He looks cute with cheeks. Anyway. What else? Oh, Pedro. He looks cool. This looks awful. The rest of the page looks awful except for Ajax. He looks kinda normal. Okay. Echo. Echo is the best in season 2. Like, give me a sec. Where was I? Yeah. Echo. He's the best boy. But this spread of him, I hated so much. I couldn't draw him. I just couldn't. He looks awful in almost all of these. Anyway, this one's cute. Yeah. Powder, she looks a lot like herself. And Jinx too. This one looks cute. This, cause I couldn't handle finishing the last episode. I couldn't. I just needed them together so bad. You don't even know it. You don't feel it like I feel it. Unfinished concepts. I hate this page. I despise this page. I think I'm gonna just cut this out of the video. But yeah, I was struggling, as you can see. I was struggling. Art block. But this looks fine. Like, this one's okay. Art block. Anytime I draw random characters, I'm having art block. I was trying a dip pen. I can't write with a dip pen. My handwriting is too bad for it. Yeah. This one's cute. Liz and Kate. And I actually colored it. Hooray. Yeah. You say he looks good in this one. Yeah. He looks kind of good. Ajax, not really. He doesn't look too good in this, but he's alright. Like, ignore it. They're just being cheesy. Yeah, in this they're just being cheesy. In the middle. Again, you say an Athena being cute. I really like her. Like, I struggled with her design a bit in the. I struggled with everyone's design. Why am I even specifying? But I struggled a bit in the middle. But I think I'm okay with her original design. Cap again with a different hairstyle. Yeah, Kate and Ajax being cute. Look, yeah, focus. They're cute. But I think their anatomy is a bit whack. Anyway, unfinished. Prim being cute. I did this in digital as well. I'm gonna blur that. But anyway, my Sona again. I was I was done. I was basically done with the whole year. What else? Like, look, I forgot to say, like, the trigger warnings, but I think nothing is really that triggering in here. But yeah, it's a bit of a vent sort of piece, but it's fine. There's nothing like too heavy in this. Yeah, that was a bad pun. That was bad. That was bad. But anyway, these are some sketches for another project I did. Its video is up on my YouTube. It's the first video I posted actually. It's basically a zine, a poetry zine I made. So yeah, here's my Guardians of the Galaxy Sona self-inserts thing. It's not thought out. Don't ask me about it. Athena, but she looks awful in the sketch. OC stuff, random OC. I watched Before Sunrise, and look, my opinions on Before Sunrise are controversial because I think it's a tiny bit overhyped. But, well, not really, but that scene where they get freaky in the garden, it took me out. It took me out of the movie. I don't think it was fitting. It reminded me too much that this was an American movie. I think it's an American movie. I could be wrong, but it felt like a very unnecessary thing to happen, very American thing to happen. I didn't really like that part. It took me out for the rest of the movie. But it was alright. I think it's a beautiful movie. It's really quite well made. And it's good. But I just don't like that scene at all. Anyway, the rest are sketches with a red ballpoint pen. Yeah, I was struggling. Again, random stuff. Art block. Anytime you see stuff like that, and emptiness everywhere, it's art block. Always. Again, he looks kind of weird in this. His face looks weird. But yeah, it's, again, that Maze Runner OC. So, basically, I stole the power I gave my Sona and gave it to an OC. And her name is Ether Young. And I was obsessed for a while. Yeah, I was obsessed. So the power is I'm gonna be cringe for a while. Please skip this part if you cringe too heavily or if you don't care at all about X-Men. But basically the power is that she could manipulate the atomic structure and the molecular structure of things, where she can basically disintegrate anything she touches, and in theory build it back together. But it's like, you know, when they level up the mutation, the secondary mutation happens, it's like something she has to work really hard for, to, like, because it takes a lot of focus. Like, she can disintegrate herself and build herself back up together, but that's because her mind is sort of wired to do that. Her mind is like aware of where each part should go when she builds herself back up again. But when she has to actively do that to another person, it's too complicated. Like, maybe I haven't decided if I want her to actually be able to do that one day, but I think she could do that to simpler objects, like smaller and simpler objects. But basically she is just that. She can disintegrate stubborn people and herself and build herself back up again, but not really, can't really do it with people. And here's just Mr. Sinister being evil. I don't know who to ship her with, honestly. Haven't decided, but maybe if you have any ideas, you can tell me in the comments. Or maybe don't, because I think it's cringe, and I will be so embarrassed if someone actually talks about anything I talked about in this sketchbook tour. Anyway, our blog. This is awful. Don't look at it. This is again Domino. I read the comic Marvels by Busiek. I think that's his name. And in the last pages, there was illustration of Black Widow where she had like a buzz cut, short, really short hair, and it stuck with me. I really want to sketch it. It was just different from all the. I'm still getting into comics, so I have basically only seen her cinematic universe design, but yeah, it was fun. This is a continuation of that spoiler comic that was earlier there. So yeah, it's basically them waiting at the bus stop for Kate. Then Kate being depressed and sad. Yeah. That's Ajax. I don't really like this one, but it's okay. I was nearing the exams by here, I think. Yeah. So here's Athena. I tried a different design for Athena, but I don't think I'll stick with that. Anyway, you say again. I turned 18. Yeah. I really wanted to get out. I really didn't want to stay, and this was after the exams. Like, was the start of exams, like before it. Maybe the first exam was rolling in. This was after it. And a whole spread of Kate, because I missed her. I really missed her during the exams. The exams were like a month long, I think. Like, because there were days between every exam and the other one, and it was like a month long. I was suffering. Her neck is broken. Don't look at that. Anyway, I really like this one where she's wiping the blood off her nose. She looks cool. This one's nice. This one's not so nice. But yeah, I'm gonna hide that because it looks awful. Here I was being sad and traumatized by the exams. This was just to balance out the sadness. Some sketches, I was getting back into that video game concept thing. Hellboy, but he looks awful here. After drawing this, I started binging all of the movies. I'm not gonna give my opinion. Anyway, another event page. They kind of go together well. That's not a nice thing to say, but yeah. I watched Superman by James Gunn. It was good. It was really good. Any haters, get out of my channel. Bye. If you have like a critique of something, that's okay, but if you're just hating for the sake of hating, go away. That's again the guy from the video game concept saying bad stuff. Don't say that stuff. Anyway, she's an icon. She's a diva from the video game also as well. Me as Green Lantern. As a Green Lantern. Whatever. Yeah, that would be me. Again with the video game concepts. I got into a roll of it by the end of the sketchbook, but I fell off again. Anyway, that resistance guy saying bad stuff. Also don't say bad stuff like him. This guy looks awfully a lot like some guy in my class. Well, was in my class. But yeah, we ignore that. I don't really think that I'll use his design anyway. I'm not sure. Designs. That looks sort of cringy. I don't know why. But again, that guy. I really like drawing him for some reason. Yeah, the resistance guy. A car, yeah. I really enjoyed drawing the car. Here, basically the last pages. I don't quite like this one. This was the Apple trend with Ajax and Kate. You can't claim to love me when there's so much of me you don't even know. Yeah, you tell him, girl. But yeah, because he basically didn't know her like superhero identity, and he actually hated that guy, so she just feels insecure, like how can he like her if she didn't like that part of her. And well, yeah, it's drama in, between the kids. I am not sure if I want to show you this, but I guess it's okay, but beware, it's cringe. If you want to like pause and read it, it's okay. But it's basically my feelings about graduating high school and about the class in general. Anytime I say you and this one, it's not a person in particular. It's basically all the people I'm not quite friends with, or the people that are gonna, like, I'm not gonna talk to again after this. And yeah, you can pause and read. But yeah. And that's it. I'm done. These are just, you know, the designated swatches at the end of a sketchbook. I was so glad to be done with the sketchbook. You don't even know. Yeah, I was so done. It's falling apart, obviously. I was so done that I didn't go back to fill the empty pages. I really like this paper. So sad that it's wasted on a sketchbook I didn't like. I'm not sure if I want to show you what's in there. I'm not. Yeah, I hide stuff in here. I don't hide just random sketches. I hide stuff in there. Anyway, that's a sticker. Yeah. That I made of the hands. I don't know if you can see it. It's beat up quite a bit. But yeah, that's it. So that's it for the sketchbook tour. Thanks for watching. This is my new sketchbook. It's obviously a lot smaller because I think I need to finish something a little tinier this time, just so I can feel a little better. I need that pat on my back. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe for more. I am gonna try to be more consistent with posting. Because I failed at doing that on Instagram a lot of times, but I think I like making YouTube videos, like of the two that I made, this one and the previous one. But I think it's fun. I want to build a community here where you can just have fun and talk about cringy stuff and self-inserts and stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a nice day or have a nice night, and bye.